Hey everybody, looks like we're going. Welcome to vlog number 4. I just checked and somehow it's been at least 2 weeks. I think it's been more like 15, 16 days since my last vlog, which is incredible. I have no idea how much time has gone by, how much so much time has gone by so quickly. Um, there's a lot to say, a lot to catch up on. Yeah, maybe you guys should take notes or something. Right, so I'm in Bucharest, capital of Romania. I've been here since I guess this is the towards the end of my second week. So I got here on the 4th. I got here on the 4th of July, I think. Yeah, or I don't even remember. I'm at the end of my second week, so I've been here for a while. No, there's no way I got here on the 4th of July. I've been here for about 2 weeks. Um, I'm staying in a place called Starlet Hotels. They're actually more like business apartments. But they're very nice. The fact that they're more like business apartments just means that there's two rooms next to each other. So I'm not just in a hotel room, but I'm in a couple rooms. There's a desk, and it's a lot quieter. Most of the people that stay here are staying on long-term projects. They're staying for like, I don't know, maybe 4 months, 5 months, something like that. So it's not quite as busy as a hotel. It's a little bit more of a comfortable atmosphere. It's really actually a really nice place. It's a really uh, more or less ideal for this kind of lifestyle. So that's where I'm staying. I spend my days calling people, calling up firms, trying to get meetings scheduled with CEOs. And then I also research for these meetings and then uh, go to meetings with my colleague. I'm here with a girl called Narcisa, and she's actually a lady at this point. She's 30. She's from Romania. She's been with the company for about a year and a half. And she's very cool. She's very competent, learning a lot, teaching me a lot. Just kind of, fun to hang out with. So yeah, that's good. We work well together. Um, as I said, I spend my days calling, so the calling is a big bunch of it. And then the preparing for the meetings is interesting, and then actually going to the meetings is the most interesting. We've been to 3 meetings so far. It's not a lot. Usually you're supposed to have 5 or 6 meetings a week, but this project has had some kind of weird troubles. Like someone was working here and they quit, and then we got off for a week, and then once you're off for a week, it takes a while to get the schedule going back up again. And so we should have normally more meetings than that, but so far I've been to 3. We've met with a company called Azirom, which is an insurance company here. They're the fourth largest in Romania. And so I can't remember what their turnover is, but I think it was a couple hundred million euros per year. We've met with Regatta, which is a real estate company. They're quite a bit smaller. Their turnover is only about 6 million a year, or even less now that the financial crisis has hit. And then we met with the CEO of Altex. Altex is more or less like the Romanian Best Buy. I think their turnover is about 600, 700 million a year. So they do quite well. That was a pretty big meeting. That was really interesting to go to. The meetings are definitely the most interesting part of the job as far as that goes. Along with, I guess I should have mentioned, we also do PR visits, which is the same as a phone call or emailing a company. It's just you go there in person. So you hop in the taxi, go out to the company. You're in the suit, obviously, and you say, hey, have you gotten a chance to look at my email yet? Can I answer any questions? Blah, blah, blah. Um, and then you also go to conferences to try to gather more leads to set up more meetings. And so we went to a conference today. So I guess there's actually 5 things that I do. But yeah, the most important or the most interesting has definitely been the meeting the CEOs, especially today. Today we met with the CEO of Altex, which I said, I mean, has a turnover of 600, 700 million. The guy who runs it is also the founder, and so he has a personal net worth of like 200 million euro or something like that, about. And so it's just fascinating meeting these people. Communication is about 20% the words that you say, and then 80% your body language, your tone of voice, your posture, your mirroring, just all the ways that you communicate to this person that you're meeting with that I'm in control, he's in control. I'm the one driving the conversation, you're the one. It's something that I think you kind of either have a sixth sense for or you don't. It's very difficult to describe to someone who doesn't really have any idea what you're talking about. But it's absolutely just fascinating meeting with these people. All of them have obviously tremendous amounts of charisma enabled if they've done everything that they've done, especially in Romania, where you kind of have to know people to get stuff done. And so yeah, just absolutely interesting individuals. We haven't sold anything yet, unfortunately, but I mean we've only had 3 meetings, and in this business they say your closing ratio is about 10%. So it makes sense that we wouldn't have sold anything else yet. We just really need to get more meetings scheduled. Um, but yeah, Altex was great today. We've also done a couple PR visits. We visited a place called Anchor Group. I'm trying to think of more details to give because these names don't really mean anything. Anchor was a cool PR. They've got a really, I mean, Bucharest doesn't have a ton of tall buildings. I mean, it's big, don't get me wrong, but Europe in general, most of these capitals don't have like the skyscrapers like we do in the States. And so, um, we PR'd a place called Anchor Group, and when you PR them, you go up and you talk to the PR manager. And so we went up to their corporate offices, and these some of these places are just incredible. I mean, it was on like the 12th floor or 13th floor of one of the few basically like skyscraper buildings here, not quite as tall as a real skyscraper, um, but for Bucharest, very large, and you can just see the whole city, and there's glass everywhere, and people working, and they always give you a coffee and a water, and you sit down, you talk business, and I haven't quite got used to it yet, just because a month ago, or maybe 2 months ago now, I was bumming around Lawrence playing frisbee without any shoes on, and now you've got all these people. Like, there's a receptionist downstairs, and she's like, "Do you want a coffee?" And then upstairs, or excuse me, "Where are you going?" And then you get like a pass to go in, and then you go upstairs, and it's all very formal and very interesting. But it's also interesting just how easy, quote unquote, it is to access those places. I mean, well, for that train of thought, take today. Today, we saw that there was a conference at the JW Marriott, and if you don't know what the JW Marriott is like, I would encourage you to Google it right now, the Bucharest JW Marriott, because it's obscene. I mean, it's a palace. There's no other way to put it. It's just marble, huge stairways. I mean, a marble stairway that I walked up was as big as half this room. Wide, just excessive. And this is in the building, and just this excessive interior design and gold and chandelier and crystal everywhere. And there was a conference being hosted by a Canadian company that wants to open up a mine here in Romania, and a gold mine. And it's like this big controversy because on the one hand, it would bring a ton of foreign direct investment to this area, but on the other hand, some of the mining techniques can be dangerous. They have to use cyanide and stuff. So I don't know. It's like this big hoopla. But we went there because traditionally we've been able to sell mines and construction companies pretty well. So we went there to meet people, and like we weren't on the list. I mean, it was advertised as something you have to RSVP for, but we just walked up there, gave them our business cards. I forgot my press pass, so my our press pass that we just made at our corporate headquarters with a laminator. It's not like it comes from the AP or something. And so yeah, we just, I forgot my press pass. She just gave him hers and said, "Oh, he's with me." And we get into this place, and they give us this packet, for showing up, like an information packet. So this is it's a box, and I'll go ahead and open it for you. And this was just unreal. And by the way, when you walk into the room, it's like I said, it's just chandeliers everywhere, incredibly nice, nicer than it's just beautiful. And you've got people from the World Bank there, and you've got people from these international mining conglomerates, these experienced people. And in the back, you've got a glass booth and people doing translation. And so, like I walk in there and they give me some headphones, and I just put it to channel 4, and so they got the guy talking and the news cameras and people taking pictures everywhere, and I'm just like listening to it in English, and then like some guy from Britain will start talking, and so I'll switch, and my coworker will put her headphones on. Um, Here I'm at 10 minutes. This is gonna be like a 30-minute vlog. This is so much to cover. But it was just gosh, phenomenal to be there. But let me go to the next video, and then I'll show you this real quick.